Ruth and I was talking about pressure on the dollar earlier. Of course, we saw 2 sessions of losses already. Debate seems to be heating up whether the dollar is near its peak.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a shifting narrative when it comes to trading the dollar. A month ago, it would be so hard to find any dollar bears out there. And today, you've got, money managers from Morgan Stanley through to Citigroup saying, you know what? It might be time to put money to work in other assets other than the dollar. So there is this raging debate out there about dollar peak. Now, no one is out there brave enough to actually say, you know what? We're still, we're definitely there when it comes to the dollar's peak strength. But there is a shifting view that with the Fed's interest rate hikes being so aggressive, the bulk of that is done. And so with that, the bulk of the dollar strength could be done. Now, to put it into perspective, M&G Investments, which is like a $440 billion fund, who I spoke to last week, actually said that they were putting that money to work and that bet to work by taking money out of long dollar positions, putting it into and buying beaten down emerging market currencies. So there's definitely a shifting nuance to the dollar trade there to watch.
Citigroup and Morgan Stanley, meanwhile, were turning more positive when it comes to developing assets. What's changed to create this shift in sentiment?
Yeah, it comes back down to the flip side to that, which is the shifting narrative on the dollar. So Morgan Stanley, for example, is betting on peak US inflation. Citigroup is saying that, we're going from overweight through to neutral on the dollar to buy cheaper emerging market currencies. Now, don't forget that governments and central banks in emerging markets have spent billions of dollars every single day to defend their currencies against the onslaught of the dollar. And with Chilean peso through to the Indian rupee, for example, plunging to record lows this year, it comes to a point where investors just kind of have to ask themselves, is it time? Is it time to actually get in and buy? So we're definitely seeing that in markets now, people coming out of the woodworks to say it's time to buy.
How do you bet on the yuan, Ruth, when we really don't know what's happening with COVID zero strategies there?
Absolutely. That's the million-dollar question, so to speak. Trading volatility is the name of the game when it comes to the yuan. If you're happy to hold on to a currency that could, fall 2% and swing up 2% within minutes in a trading session, then definitely feel free to bet on the yuan. It shows, though, how investors are really hoping for China's reopening, and they're pinning so much hopes on the reopening of the world's second biggest economy and the engine for global growth that people are willing to just bet on any rumours out there. And we saw that action last week when, Beijing did come out to say that, no, we're sticking to our COVID zero strategy. So if you're a currency trader looking at the yuan, definitely brace for volatility ahead.